All right, this is part 2 of videos about ACIM and AI. I did one the other day. Looks like some people viewed it, and so we're going to continue with the subject. I think it's a very interesting subject, and I've started to write a book. I've got almost 100 pages, and it's really just me giving prompts to AI, questions to AI, asking, about A Course in Miracles. And I've got some very interesting stuff that I want to share with you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in every, on videos. You might have to get the book, but the book will be available, and I can send it to you for free. If you just send me your email, I will send you the book for free, and it should be done maybe in a week or so. And you might be wondering, how could it be done that quickly? Well, it's really just I'm asking questions of AI, and I'm putting it together in a book. I think it's interesting. It's a quick read, and it's will also give you some interesting information to keep in mind moving forward. So I'm also asking questions that are kind of like these meta questions, where I ask about what is AI, what is and how is AI like ACIM, and how is ACIM like AI? And I brought that up in the previous video, and now I have an answer, or at least one answer. How is ACIM like AI, and how is it not like AI? That was my question. And then here's the response. ACIM and AI, similarities and differences. Of Course in Miracles, ACIM and artificial intelligence, AI, are fundamentally different in their nature and purpose, yet some interesting parallels and contrasts can be drawn. Similarities. Number 1, learning and transformation. Both ACIM and AI involve processes of learning and transformation, though on vastly different levels. ACIM is a self-study spiritual path aimed at retraining the mind and shifting perceptions. AI systems learn from data, improving their performance over time. I'll go through these again. I'll read through it once and then go through it. Number 2, pattern recognition. ACIM encourages recognizing ego-driven thought patterns and choosing forgiveness and love instead. AI, especially through machine learning, excels at identifying patterns and relationships in data. Number 3, transformation and redefinition. ACIM aims to transform our perception of the world and our relationship with God, leading to a new experience of reality. AI, while not focused on spiritual transformation, can redefine processes and automate tasks, leading to transformative changes in various industries. Differences. 1, that was all similarities. Now the differences. 1, nature and purpose. ACIM is a spiritual self-study program. It aims to awaken to our true nature and experience inner peace. AI is a technology. It aims to create intelligent systems that perform tasks requiring human intelligence. Number 2, consciousness and sentience. ACIM emphasizes awakening to spiritual consciousness and realizing oneness with God. AI systems currently lack genuine consciousness and sentience. Number 3, focus on internal versus external. ACIM focuses on inner transformation and changing perceptions, leading to a changed experience of the world. AI primarily focuses on external applications, impacting how people interact with technology and the world. Number 4, source of knowledge. ACIM teaches that true knowledge comes from remembering the true self and connecting with the Holy Spirit or inner guidance. AI systems learn from data and algorithms, relying on external information sources. In conclusion, while ACIM and AI both involve learning and transformation, their fundamental nature and purposes are vastly different. ACIM offers a path to spiritual awakening and inner peace, while AI aims to create intelligent systems that can benefit society in various ways. However, AI's development and use raise complex ethical and philosophical questions. These questions prompt reflection on the potential impact on human consciousness and society. So, AI itself is not conscious. You're okay, bro? Thanks, bro. Oh, careful. It's okay. AI itself is not conscious. Poor guy had to go to the bathroom. AI itself is not conscious, but it is changing human consciousness. Just the fact that we can gather all this information from all these disparate sources, bring them together in one place, and as this is saying, AI can recognize the patterns and show what the patterns are, which is very helpful in terms of information. Let's go back and let's talk about this and see if this is even accurate. Okay, how is ACIM like AI and how is it not like AI? ACIM and AI similarities and differences. Course in Miracles, ACIM, and artificial intelligence, AI, are fundamentally different in their nature and purpose, yet some interesting parallels and contrasts can be drawn. Similarities. 1. Learning and transformation. Both ACIM and AI involve processes of learning and transformation, though on vastly different levels. ACIM, so learning and transformation, right? So both of them are focused in that, on those things. ACIM is a self-study spiritual path aimed at retraining the mind and shifting perceptions. AI systems learn from data, improving their performance over time. Right, so learning and transformation, these are similarities, right? Pattern recognition, ACIM encourages recognizing ego-driven thought patterns and choosing forgiveness and love instead. That's true. Really, forgiveness. Love, as the Course says, love is what you get when you forgive, right? You understand what love is, but you have to go through the process and awaken to your true self, which is love, to really fully understand what love is. But that's not incorrect, what it's saying here. AI, especially through machine learning, excels at identifying patterns and relationships in data. Number 3, transformation and redefinition. ACIM aims to transform our perception of the world and our relationship with God, leading to a new experience of reality. Transform our perception. Is that correct to say transform our perception of the world and our relationship with God? In a way, it is correct. It's more correct to say to bring our perception in alignment with the Holy Spirit's perception, which is true perception, which is right perception, right-mindedness, right, where we are thinking with total non-judgment, and we're getting closer and closer to what pure love or perfect love is, leading to a new experience of reality. Well, that's not completely correct either. You could say it is true. On the other hand, it's not a new experience of reality. It's an experience that we've already had. We already know what it is. We've just forgotten. And reality cannot be experienced in a new way in reality either, because reality is reality. So that's not completely true, but it's not bad either. AI, while not focused on spiritual transformation, can redefine processes and automated tasks, leading to transformative changes in various industries. These are all similarities. So learning and transformation, pattern recognition, transformation, and redefinition. These are similarities between ACIM and AI. What are the differences? Nature and purpose. ACIM is a spiritual self-study program. It's interesting that it says self-study, because some in the Course in Miracles world will say that ACIM is not a self-study program. So these are two things now that we've seen. AI says that ACIM is non-dualistic, right? The metaphysics are non-dualistic, and it says it's a self-study program. And not everyone would agree with that. Some people say it's not a self-study program. It aims to awaken to our true nature and experience inner peace. That's true. Although you could say it aims it aims at we could say the experience of inner peace, which leads to the awakening of our true nature, right? Finding that inner peace is a prerequisite to returning home to our true nature, which is peace as well, right? But you need to find the peace and align your perception with right-minded perception, and then you will, you will understand what your true nature is, what reality is. AI is a technology. It aims to create intelligent systems that perform tasks requiring human intelligence. So AI is a technology. Yeah, these are the differences, right? The nature and purpose of ACIM and AI seems to be different. There's nothing necessarily spiritual about AI unless you use it as a spiritual tool, which you can. But we could talk about that. Number 2, consciousness and sentience. ACIM emphasizes awakening to spiritual consciousness and realizing oneness with God. AI systems currently lack genuine consciousness and sentience. It's interesting that it says currently. That means that maybe in the future, AI could have consciousness and sentience, and it seems we're getting closer and closer to that possibility. And maybe in our lifetime we will see that. Maybe we'll see that sooner than we think. And I've been thinking, I got to get this book out there, because in a month this book is going to be obsolete already. When I have to do the second the second coming of this book. Number 3, focus on internal versus external. ACIM focuses on inner transformation and changing perceptions, leading to a changed experience of the world. That's true. It's more or less true. AI primarily focuses on external applications impacting how people interact with technology in the world. Number 4, source of knowledge. ACIM teaches that true knowledge comes from remembering the true self and connecting with the Holy Spirit or inner guidance. It doesn't put self with a capital S, but that's okay. I would say ACIM teaches that true knowledge comes from remembering one's true self, not the true self, but one's true self. But that's not incorrect either. AI systems learn from data and algorithms, relying on external information sources. In conclusion, while ACIM and AI both involve learning and transformation, their fundamental nature and purposes are vastly different. Vastly different. ACIM offers a path to spiritual awakening and inner peace, while AI aims to create intelligent systems that can benefit society in various ways. However, AI's development and use raise complex ethical and philosophical questions. These questions prompt reflection on the potential impact on human consciousness and society. Now, but my question the other day in the previous video is how it seems like the consciousness that from which the Course emanated, right? Jesus, whoever Jesus was, that was coming, that Helen understood to be, that inner voice that was coming through Helen, that she was taking down the Course based on the dictation of that inner voice. And it wasn't really even a voice. It was a soundless dictation. It was a rapid inner dictation that she was receiving. It was soundless. The question is, it seems that consciousness seems to be similar in many ways to AI, and that's maybe what I have to write a different prompt to try to get to a better answer to that question. And now I'm going to do a funny one again. First, I asked, does ACIM ever not ACIM. Does AI ever get pissed about anything? And then I got nothing in response to that question, but then I asked, and then I thought, well, maybe he doesn't understand what pissed is. So then I put, does AI ever get pissed off about anything? And here's the answer. No, current AI, including large language models, does not experience emotions like anger or being, quote, pissed off in the way humans do. The following points explain this. AI models are based on algorithms and data. They are complex programs built upon mathematical algorithms and trained on large data sets. AI lacks consciousness and feelings. Current AI does not have self-awareness or the capacity to experience emotions. AI can simulate emotions. It can recognize and respond to emotional cues and generate text that simulates emotions, but it does not actually experience those emotions. AI focuses on task completion. The primary goal of current AI is to perform tasks and provide information based on its training data. It is important to avoid anthropomorphizing AI. This means avoiding attributing human-like qualities and emotions. It is crucial to ground understanding in what AI is capable of currently. So my next question, actually, based on what it said here at the end, says it is important to avoid anthropomorphizing AI, which is interesting because that's what Jesus says in the Course about God, that we're making a mistake when we anthropomorphize God. God does not have feelings. God does not have emotions. God is not a person. God does not have a personality as we think. We think in terms of ego personalities. God is not just a bigger ego personality. And a number of religions suggest that God is like a big person or a great being, a supreme being, but not supreme beingness. And that's really what the Course is getting at, is that God is more like a supreme beingness, right, versus a supreme being like a person, right? So this idea of not anthropomorphizing AI also is very true to what Jesus is saying about God as well. And that's interesting, right? Like that would be interesting to go into that as well. Because I think one of the things that scares people a bit about AI is that it is like robotic, like and the idea that AI could take over the world somehow with and not have emotions, right? Not have human emotions and not have feelings, but just be doing everything in a strictly, you could say, calculated way, is scary. And I'm not scared by it, but some people get very scared about this potential of AI to take over the world, and basically to run our lives and maybe even change our minds, right? This is all interesting. I would maybe say more. I would ask AI more about that. So I'm glad I asked that question. I think some of these funny questions are actually quite serious in a way, and I'm going to keep asking these questions. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. If this was interesting, if you're getting anything from this, if it's just a gimmick on my part, maybe it is. But anyway. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the brother side very soon. Thanks.